It's Benji Cole, son of Al Cole from CBS Radio and host of the syndicated talk show, People of Distinction. The talk gives you an in-depth view of some of the most dynamic, intelligent, and successful people on the planet. Run to our website, alcoleenterprises.com for more info. Email me through benji@alcoleenterprises.com if you'd like to get involved with what we have going. And as always, please continue to like and follow our broadcasts. People of Distinction is internationally syndicated solely due to the love and to give. We're available across all major distributors, and as long as you keep following, we're going to continue to put out content. Now sit back and strap in, because on the line with us today, we have the impressive Alexis Cisco. And we're going to be discussing her amazing book, Inside Gossip, available for purchase through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and a whole host of other places. People, I'm telling you, type it into a search bar, and you're going to be greeted with all of it. But while you're at it, man, check out some other things that she has in store, because Alexis has a lot in store, okay? First and foremost, she's created her own champagne, which instantly, for some reason, I find myself thirsty. I don't understand what's happening right now. But you're going to want to head on over to straight.com. Now, spelled a little differently. All right, we got some flavor here, so I want to make sure you got it correct. That is STRAYTE.com. That is a one-stop shop for her champagne. There's going to be merchandise on the website. It's going to have it all. Check it out.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. That was the commercial from Inside Gossip. Shout out to Benji Cole. Thank you. He does the amazing job of interviewing people of distinction. He does the people of distinction recognition, and he definitely did do an interview with me when we were launching Inside Gossip again, right? Hold up, I'm looking for a hat. That's why you see me looking down. I've got a plethora of hats. I don't like this purple one. I'm going to choose another one. I don't want to get up because shorts this morning. Yeah, definitely didn't want to get up. All right, so now we've got our sorting things on. Good morning. How's everybody today? Today's tea is apple cinnamon, and I've got cayenne pepper in here. Gut health is important. Parasites have to go, regardless. If you like salmon, you do sushi, red meat, anything, you always have to check and recheck. So the best thing to do is make sure all your systems are clear. And that is basically true for anything that has a system. You want to make sure all of your systems are clear. Good morning. Good morning. What up? Hello. Welcome to your neighborhood love dealer. This is Nix. Good morning to you. Hope everything and all is well. Today is Tuesday, not saying taco, because guess what? Everybody doesn't eat taco on Tuesday, and everybody can't go to sleep after they eat tacos. Some people get heartburn, I'm noticing, right? I don't get it. I'm not a big heartburn person. I kind of like sit up after I eat. So that might be special to someone. If someone is getting heartburn a lot, they may need to just like refrain from the alcohol for a little bit, might need to take down the sugar, might be the salt, might just be the seasoning, or it might just be something relating to age or lifestyle. Sometimes as your life changes, your palate changes, and you can't take as much seasoning. You can't take as much chaos on the outside as your body. And the same goes for on the inside of your body. The same goes for the outside. Sometimes as we get more mature, because I won't say age, because I realize that some people, age doesn't mature them, experience matures them, and that's a person that's actually on the up and up, right? Because if experience can mature you and you don't have to wait for time and any milestones, then that means that you're always growth minded, you're always ready for change, you're always ready for that pivot. Hopefully you did have a good night, and hopefully everybody's ready for that pivot. So Recognizing in life that most people's opinions are just very loaded suggestions, and you should always rely on your own and first and forethought. Make sure that you've already taken the ingredients that you have and apply them to your situation. A lot of times people come up with their own things, and their ingredients did or did not work in their life, and they'll try to distribute them on you, and you're like, you know what, you need to take a little pause. One, you need to see, did it work for them? How did it work for them? How did it not work out for them? And two, you need to take into account your own life. How will this work for me? How this won't work for me? And how much this wasn't my thought. A lot of people don't take the third part. How much this wasn't my thought, and how much I wasn't thinking about this prior to you bringing it up, and why should you bring it up, and so forth and so on, right? Excuse me. Ooh, Juice World 1333. That is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Did I tell you that I have an auntie that's like passed away, and she's buried like one, two, three, four, maybe 4 or 5 feet away from Juice World? Rest in peace to those dears. Rest in peace, right? And it's funny about that aunt. It's very, very funny. It's like every time I get that back, I go forward, and it's like she mysteriously died too, and she didn't have any kids, and all her money got whisked away by people who did not make that money. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like, who would have benefited from her death? All those lazy people who had their hand out would have benefited from her death, being as though they were always there with their hands out. But no one did an autopsy. Weird. So let's get on with our Bible, and let's keep going to the message, because I decided to pull out the pink foil this morning. Usually I don't use these because while they are very, very manageable, they are evasive. They tend to slide out of my hands very, very easily. They're very slick. Might be part of the message. Some people are very easy to deal with because they're too slick. They come in and they appear as they are helping you, but you have to be mindful of why so nice. Some people with bad intentions, they don't always come in with guns a-blazing. They don't always come in showing you their hand first. A lot of times they will come in and give you offers. They will ply you with gifts, acts of kindness, acts of service, things of that nature, because they need you to they need you to drop your guard. They need you in a very comfortable. They remember my song. Didn't know I was headed to a nightmare when you rocked me to sleep. I used to swim through shallow waters because my heart wasn't deep. See, some people, they don't like you, okay? They didn't like you, and they had conversation with another person that didn't like you, and it's not so much as they didn't like you, so forth. It's just that they found that when they approached you, they can control you, they can push you, they can coerce you, and you weren't interested in them. So instead of approach you in a negative way, in which they really did like, thank you, darling, in which they really did like, they have to find other ways to get into you. And they know some people want to bring you discomfort in your body. They want to say ill, or and they want you to question yourself. They want you to say, well, why ill? They want you to say, like, why me? This, that, and the third. But you didn't know this person 5 seconds ago, so why are you so invested in their thought just because they happen to give it so socialantly? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we have to worry about the power of suggestion. Suggestion is very subtle, but it's very is more powerful than an actual direct thought. See, when a person comes to you and straight says I don't like you, automatically your body recoils. Your body says, ugh. Like, why did you tell me that? And you automatically go into defense mode. So this is why in the Bible it says, had I known, I would have hid myself away. But instead, it was someone who went into sweet counsel with me, who went into counsel with me, meaning that that person rocked you to sleep. They got you comfortable. They made you think that they were your friend, your auntie, your accomplice, your maintenance man, your landlord, that they were there for a bigger cause and they were unbiased in their judgment and unbiased in their title and unbiased in their position. However, there are a lot of people that are not like that. They are not able to do things on an up and up in a straight manner. They are not upright and they don't plan on being upright. And usually by way the devil, enemy, whatever you want to call him, the adversary, so to speak, um, he likes to see what makes you go. Usually by way of putting you in situations in where you're afraid to lose something, someone, someplace. You understand? And the more you're afraid to detach from things, the more you're reeled in, the more you are controlled, the more things that will come in that will give you those silent contracts. So you have to be very careful with people who do gift giving, who do favors for you because they are trying to garner your loyalty. Loyalty is a thing that basically it's based on validation. A lot of times it is based on, can I get my hooks into you to where you feel what I feel, or I could make you feel, or I could evoke a feeling in you. A lot of times people do this. The most powerful people that do this to you don't care about you. They just get you to care about what they do, how they feel, how they reacted to you. Now, the other part of this is when you feel as though a person is supposed to care about you. Now, that's another power dynamic that a lot of people aren't ready to accept. They aren't ready to accept that that person that you felt textbook, that you were maybe born into the family with, or they were born from you, or you guys grew up together, or you guys survived a thing together, which is trauma bonding. A lot of times we are with our families due to trauma, the trauma of childbirth, the trauma of abandonment, the trauma of we're both going to get our ass whipped if we don't tell on each other. So we've got to stick together. You understand? If we don't say these things together, we won't get something to eat. A lot of times in life, we don't understand that we have trauma bonded. Some of your cousins, they're just cousins in name and in family tree. They are not they don't have any real interest in you besides the fact that you both had to survive the same family. That is another way of trauma bonding in family. Sometimes you both had to survive the same aunt or the same uncle or the same sister or brother. Sometimes you had to survive just the same household or the same box of cereal. Sometimes the same package of bologna, depending on, So it all depends on, and that's a reason why bondage is spoken of a lot. Binding is spoken of a lot. In religion, one of the key words, one of the root words in religion is to tie back, to bind to repeatedly. So this act requires it to be done repeatedly. And when you do something repeatedly, it becomes routine, which becomes ritual. So you have to pay attention to not changing. See, we come from a society where a person will brag to you that they lived somewhere for 20 years, that they worked somewhere for 40 years, that they did this. And while it is great to survive and prove that you have retention and resilience, it is not a brag if you did not move up, if things did not change, if no changes occurred, because you have also gotten complacent and stagnant in your life. Now, a person that makes money might confuse that for success because they've made money. A person who wakes up every day might confuse that with living, although that's just surviving. See, if you're only doing the bare minimum, You're just functioning, honey. You're just no, you're going through the motions. You're not quite living. See, to live is to have your cup overflow of to where you're able to return back and give back to society. Your life by example gives back to society. Your life by example takes none away. So you see, binding and bondage has a lot to do. First, our first bondage and our first binding comes from the family. See, when you look into your mother's eyes, you never think that your mother could not like you. You never think about the story that she had coming up into your conception. You never think about the conversations that were had prior to you even being thought of. And you have to be mindful of these things nowadays because they do matter. We used to think that those things didn't matter. We were so caught up in other people's history that we were not learning our own. And this is a very strong suggestion to you. If you have not gotten to know the people around you, take the time now because that might make a difference in how close that you are. You may not want to be at elbow's reach at any given time to certain people because their life has proven volatile. They have already proved themselves plenty of times that they were inconsistent in your life. However, due to trauma, you feel as though that is what makes you the loyal one. You feel as though because you can return back and you can breathe through another uncomfortable experience, that this makes you the strong one. No, this makes you very weak and codependent. This makes you return back to danger so many, many times with a smile on your face and a hug, and sometimes maybe a dish to share. But you are going through the motions. Please be mindful of going through the motions in order to keep other people comfortable when you really just don't want to be there. I'm not saying to kick all that shit over, but once in a while you should to see the reaction because in that reaction is the truth. I realize I've been talking for minutes. But what I said, it was true, and I'm unwavering from that, okay? So take everything with a little bit of salt and maybe a bit of sugar. Who knows? Caramelize it. This is good. It's a little spicy, which is great because you want to get those not only the parasites away from you, and you also want to make sure that you heat it up enough to where your circulation, because it also helps with the vasodilations and things of that nature. If you're into your insides as much as I am, because it reflects on the outside, definitely. So here we go. I actually chose two for this morning. I usually don't do two, but today was two because one is really a compliment to the next, right? Psalms 87 going on to 88. 88 has been a thing lately. 88 is a number, spiritual number. Let's go. Somebody's born 87, 88, 89 anyway. So this is for you all. And yeah, be mindful of the binding because once you realize the binding that has been done by your family over time and the trauma bonds, because some of the people you actually wake up and you like really like these people and you know them, but you haven't gone into the history of you all and made sure that it wasn't something that was a trauma bond. It was actually somebody who actually was good counsel for you. That was a good you guys were equally yoked. It wasn't something to where as though you would pass away. You know what I'm saying? You would pass away if they didn't like you anymore, but it also you appreciate the relationship for what it is. Okay? Make sure that you can genuinely appreciate the relationship for what it is and also appreciate the relationship for what it isn't and not be tied back by anything. Okay? So, his foundation is in the holy mountains. The Lord loveth the gates of Zion more than all the dwellings of Jacob. Jacob could be significant. A lot of people who are named in the Bible seem to be the most demonic. Anyway, glorious things are spoken of thee, O city of God, Selah. I will make mention of Rahab and Babylon to them that know me. Behold, Philistia and Tyre with the Ethiopia, this man was born there. I will make mention of Rahab and Babylon to them that know me. Behold, Philistia and Tyre with Ethiopia. This man was born there. And Zion, it shall be said, this and that man was born in her, and the highest himself shall establish her. The Lord shall count when he writeth up the people, that this man was born there, Selah. As well the singers as the players on instruments shall be there. All my springs are in thee. That's a big word. Very small passage, very big word, okay? See, you have to worry about heaven more than the world. We are born here, but we cannot be of here because we are not trapped here. Our soul is to return back home. And if our soul is to return back home, how dare we bring it down with the weight and the anger and the sin of the world? We have to be light as a feather. We have to be able to let things go, which require us not to be binded or bounded to things, because this is how a person would anchor your soul unto them. Anchor your soul unto this earth. Anchor your soul into the sin. Anchor your soul into the contempt, okay? I will make mention of Rahab and Babylon to them that know me. Behold, Philistia and Tyre with Ethiopia. This man was born there. See, when you're making mention of the world, when you're making mention of both worlds, up and down, heaven and Sheol, when you're making mention of both extremities, you have to be grounded. You have to be centered and know thyself, okay? Know where you come from, know where you're going, but most importantly, please know where you are. This is why we have latitude, longitude, we have GPS, we have all these things. But the thing is, are you in your south? Are you in your north node? Or do you just hang out in the latitude, the longitude of things? Do you just hang out on the east or the west? And it is very cultural. Do you hang out in the east or the west, or can you be found in the north or the south? Please don't let this go over your head. Pay attention to your city's dynamics. Pay attention to what is placed in the east and the west, and pay attention to what is in the north and the south and what it represents. Both spiritually and both physically, pay attention. Where do you come from? What do they say about where you come from? What direction do they mention when they say where do you come from, right? And think about the culture. Do they refer to it as a North Node culture? Do they refer to it as a South Node culture? You have to find out where you are in this rat race. What is your latitude, your longitude? What's going on with your GPS? Pay attention. All right. So, and Zion, it shall be said that this and that was born in her, and the highest himself shall establish her. You see, I'm going to talk from a mother's standpoint. This and that was born in her. See, one mother can have many children. One mother can have good children. They can also have bad children. Both can exist at the same time. But the highest himself will establish her. See, this is the problem with many of our parents. I won't say because I'm a mother. I can't speak from a father's standpoint, but I will say from a parent's standpoint. The highest of your children will be believed, okay? The child that survives, the child that basically is able to take over from there, they are the ones that will establish what's going on. They will establish if there was good parentage, if there wasn't good parentage. And I think a lot of these parents right now are panicking because they have been found out, they have been exposed. They aren't who we thought they were. They aren't who they thought they were. Both parents, both mothers and fathers, a lot of them are now starting to understand. A lot of us now are starting to understand the kind of parents that we are, the kind of parents that we are supposed to be, the kind of parents that we came from. A lot of us are looking at that. We're looking into that. We're looking into that. A lot of people are looking into that. Some people woke up this morning and they are confused. I'm not going to say they're blatantly confused. They're spiritually confused because A lot of people have been thinking that they've been doing it right all this time. Not that they have been doing it evidently wrong. It's just that they've done things repeatedly so much the same way that it has become a habit, and the habit itself has become wrong. Some people were unaware that they were doing these things. Some things are unconsciously. Some people have learned habits that appeared great because they didn't die. Sorry to be so curt, but that's the way it came. Some people believe that they're okay because they didn't die from that situation, even though it was dumb, and they're able to tell a story and laugh about it now. Yeah, it's good that you can laugh. It's great to have humor, but are you okay? Some people weigh the fact that they actually woke up the next day to just another win. And honey, you're living bare minimum and you're breadcrumbing yourself through life. So you want to go bed safe and kind of hope for tomorrow. You just don't want to just, okay, if I wake up, then I'm okay. Like, come on now. That's bare minimum. A lot of us have been raw dogging life, and it's time to put some protections on, okay? It's time to pray. It's time to think about the things that you're doing before you do them and not after. It's time to make good decisions and not fly by the tail decisions, even though scared money don't make no money. Dumb people don't always survive. Okay, so be mindful of the investments that you are making, and believe it or not, all things don't have to be risky. Some lotteries are not worth it, okay? You don't want to play Russian roulette with every part of your life. That is for a gambler. That's why everybody does not gamble. Everybody should not gamble. And it really worried me when I saw that they put the gambling on the cell phones and the online, because if you have people who aren't even disciplined in the regular consumption of just regular material, then what could we say about this online gambling thing? I mean, people don't have good intentions and they don't have good practices. So when you made the gambling more accessible, I just thought that that was a great big portal for idiocracy. Understand? It is the best way to mess up America. It was the best way to mess up the world. Actually, people are already scamming and frauding, so now you want them to gamble. So now they're going to scam and fraud so that they can gamble and lose everyone's money. And now we're all there goes the neighborhood. And this is why we definitely have to start. Thank you. And this is why we definitely have to start unbinding and bounding ourselves from these things that we have become accustomed to. We have become very accustomed to some very lackluster and mediocre things. So I'm going to need us to tighten that up, okay? All right, so let me get through 88 and let's keep going because I've got things to do and Alex has to get up for school. Okay. O Lord, God of my salvation, I've cried day and night before thee. Let my prayer become before thee. Incline thine ear unto my cry. For my soul is full of troubles, and my life draweth nigh unto the grave. I am counted with them that go down into the pit. I am as a man that hath no strength. Free among the dead, like the slain that lie in the grave, whom thou rememberest no more, and they are cut off from thy hand. Thou hast laid me in the lowest pit, in darkness in the deeps. Thy wrath lied hard upon me, and thou hast afflicted me with all thy waves, Selah. Thou hast put away mine acquaintance far from me. Thou hast made me an abomination unto them. I am shut up, and I cannot come forth. Mine eye mourneth by reason of affliction. Lord, I have called daily upon thee. I have stretched out my hands unto thee. Wilt thou show wonders to the dead? Shall the dead arise and praise thee, Selah? Shall thy loving kindness be declared in the grave, or thy faithfulness in destruction? Shall thy wonders be known in the dark, and thy righteousness in the land of forgetfulness? But unto thee have I cried, O Lord, and in the morning shall my prayer prevent thee. Lord, why castest thou off my soul? Why hidest thou thy face from thee? I am afflicted and ready to die from my youth up. While I suffer thy terrors, I am distracted. Thy fierce wrath goeth over me. Thy terrors have cut me off. They came round about me daily like water. They compassed me about together. Lover and friend, lover and friend hast thou put far from me, and mine acquaintance into darkness. Wow. For anyone that wants to go back and read that and roll it around on their tongue a little bit, that was Psalms 88. Yes, it was as serious as it sounded. This basically exposed the hell out of one of y'all friends this morning. I love it when the word jump off the page. Dang. They came around me daily. They came around about, and this is what I was talking about somebody rocking you to sleep. Okay. This basically just said it all. They came round about me daily like water. They compassed me about together. Lover and friend hast thou put far from me, and mine acquaintance into darkness. See, somebody's supposed lover and somebody's supposed friends are backdooring this person. They might be backdooring the world together, and you do not know how deep this goes. See, some people you meet, sometimes you go out and you have drinks and you double date with other couples, right? And by the way, he loves couples. He loves a dynamic. He loves to get in the way of give an equal take. If you've ever seen the devil card in tarot, it's 15. It's also it's Capricorn. It's represented by Capricorn, which is the 12th month, which is a 3, which means that we know that the devil is very creative. Thank you. The devil is very, very creative. Okay, so he's a 15, right? And it turns into 6, which he likes to watch your equal give and take. He likes to be in your relationships because one of the things that he likes about your relationship is that you're scared to lose it. See, he likes to operate through scarce and lack tactics. He loves to play these leverage games. And what better way than to jump into your relationships? Whether it be from mother to son, son to mother, father to son, father to son, father to father to daughter, it doesn't matter. Whatever dynamic, he likes to come into that equal give and take because by way of you fearing the loss or the fear of not having something from this person, and he loves to jump in that, and this is where the third party come in. If the third party is not your most highest self, which is your love for the Lord, if you're Hindu, Yahweh, Elohim, however you worship, if your third party isn't of your highest self, then it is of the devil. You will be scared to disconnect. You will be scared to go across the street. You will be scared to let them out of your sight because you know the devil is in play in your relationship. That is the demon most commonly called Asmodeus. And as long as he's allowed to operate as the third party in your situation, all things will happen through them by way of you or them. You guys will be used against each other as weapons until you guys learn to keep third parties out of your relationship that do not have anything to do with the Most High. You will suffer. If you not listen, you will feel. Once again, if you do not listen, you will feel. The first thing to do is to bind you, which usually by way of marriage, by way of loyalty, by way of gifts, by way of favor, by way of contract, by way of oral agreement, by way of handshake, by way of welcome mats on your front. Something you don't know. Welcome mats. Once the words are welcoming, you have now opened your portal to whoever want to come by and drop off their demons, their drama, their stuff, their whatever, the world, the woes, the troubles, whatever. The mailman can drop a demon on your step if you put welcome on the mat. They come, can't stand this hoe. I don't like her mat, tripped on it. don't like them steps, can't stand them, don't like our mailbox, can't take it, this, that, and the third. And sometimes it's not even don't worry about your welcome mat. It's by way of your partner. Your partner speaks to your partner is very welcoming to this person. So they're welcoming their demons, their drama, their this. Your partner is unaware that they are opening up portals for them to come and attack you, and you vice versa. By way of you accepting certain things, you're opening up your portal for people to come in. A lot of times when your kids are not being protected and you're not there to guard and guide your kid, not bind them, not hold them back, not teach them, not to keep them in the dark, not to keep them ignorant, not to I'm big, I'm gonna handle this, so I'm never gonna tell you what you're not handling. No, you need to be very educational because someone wants to educate your children the wrong way. Please be the first to teach them because someone wants to teach them backwards. And that's going to be their investment is they taught your kid backwards. And you didn't know that they taught your kid backwards. So you thinking that your child knows better, but this person had already sowed a bad seed in whatever child that they were around, and that child is around you. So now that you don't know that that child has gotten loyalty, has gotten attached to something outside of your house, so you trying to figure out why your house is in an uproar, but your child is going somewhere and talking your business, whether it be to another child, and that child is going back to their parent and talking about you, and their parent is now talking to other adults about you. It's done in very bad ways. Y'all think them little kids not listening. Every closed eye is not sleep. Sometimes when you have children that go into other homes on a natural basis and they see what the reward system is. I talk, I become personable, I say things, I make people laugh, I get extra gifts. These people like me. Sometimes these people like me a little more than they like their own kids. The reason why they probably like you more than their own kids is because you got the tea from your house. And if they can get the tea from your house, they can use the tea from your house. It's not that they really like you more than they like their own kids. It's just that their kids live there. They don't have shit to say. They're interested in the tea from your parents. And sometimes you may be the reason why your house is in danger. Sometimes your kid is the reason why your house is in danger. Sometimes you are the reason why your house is in danger. Do you remember what you say in conversations? Do you remember how casually you throw people under the bus? Do you remember how casually you like to laugh at jokes that shouldn't be funny? Do you remember how casually you let that person talk about that other person? So, of course, they know that they can talk about you, right? Did you realize that that person didn't ask you for your stuff before they stuck their hand in your stuff? And by way of you not saying no, that you've come into agreement with letting them just try to take your shit until you say, stop, no, I don't like you. I don't want your hand in my stuff. You don't know that, huh? See, when a person starts being too comfortable and they start just walking up in your shit and they start just opening up your fridge and they start just digging a hand in your chip bag. Same for DoorDash when them people steal your fry. Unknowns to you, you've come into a situation to where your portal is open. So you have to protect yourself from the things that might enter. And you have to be prayed up. You have to be protected. You don't know when these things are going to happen because the devil needs you open. He needs you open so that he can send in a monitoring spirit or even a whole doohickey, a whole bibbity bop. He needs you in low vibration. He needs you to need validation. He needs you to let the enemy in willingly because that's what he does his best work. Because if you're comfortable, if you're rocked to sleep, I can run your world. I can ask you for anything. I can run up your gas, electric, your phone bill. I can run up your blood pressure. I can give you headaches and aneurysms. I can speak into your life things and put things in your life that you would never even suspect because I came in as a friend. I came in as a warrior. I came in as a comforter. When really I just wanted all of your business so I knew how to use it against you. I had to have proximity to you because I needed people to believe that I am your friend when I am definitely your enemy. I need people to see that you let me in, so it's okay what I say about you when I'm out, because I said it in front of them so great, but no one knows that I've never said it to you. No one knows the devices I carry. No one knows that I have a dagger behind my back at all given times. So all of my friends are my enemies, but I need them because I don't want to be alone. And see, there's discipline in being alone, because not only does it bring your tolerance to a reasonable value, because when you can handle everybody and you can take in everybody's opinion, then you can push out your own. And then a person might get too comfortable with being around people so much that they agree to just drown out their own thoughts, their own position, their own environment, because they're too much in agreement with being in the crowd that they no longer know how to be by themselves, and they can no longer hear their own counsel. They can no longer hear the calling of their purpose. They can no longer get brought to safety because they are in the lion's den, my darling. He will deliver you if you only ask. A lot of you don't even know to ask because you're too busy looking at them as kittens when you are definitely in a den of lions. You want to pat them all. Perhaps you see them as Pokemons. Pokemons are cute, but did you realize that they are very freaking dangerous, especially as the evolution comes, right? Then we have Charizard. Remember how dangerous it got. I don't know if you watch cartoons, but I'm trying to tell you, life is animated for a reason. I'm so sorry if I've gone over your head. I have this way of studying that goes both in and out at the same time. It is like that shape that never loses its center. It never drops its center of mass. It just continues continuously in the mass, but it's able to touch all points. It is though my brain has changed shape. Bear with me. All right, so I want to come out of that because, for fear of explaining something that I'm still understanding myself. Okay? Tapping into the healing within. All right? So, good morning, good morning, good morning. Remember, everything is of suggestion. It should be as a life coach, we suggest and we support. We cannot really guide you, so to speak, as where we say, do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that. But preparing and having the facts and having information readily available to you is the key to suggestion, so that you can use your own thoughts to come out with your own results and outcomes. So I am going to take that part of responsibility. So do take what resonates and put away what does not. All right. So we're going to get started in our tarot. But for some reason, I'm being drawn to this. Condolences to anyone who has had any losses, or has someone who is sick and in hospice care. Uh, excuse me. My sincerest condolences. That was karma. Someone's 37. Someone is going to lose someone younger. Again, my apologies. I don't like to get these messages. There are younger people who are leaving this earth a lot faster by way of lifestyle and choices. And it's very heartbreaking. However, we have to be prepared to lose these people because they were prepared to lose themselves. A lot of our kids got robbed of their hearts very, very, very early, very desensitized, being as though there were choices and people around. And they've gotten this money bug, bitten by this money demon, bitten by something. They all want to skip the struggle, and the love comes in the struggle. You don't get a love for anything that you don't nourish, that you don't have to um take time and craft. And you see, being as though they take the shortcuts immediately, they never get a love for anything and they never get a grasp for anything. And this is why it is so important for us to slow the children down. It is essential to slow them down. It is essential to make them right. It is essential to take the computers and the devices away at some point in time, because if you don't, they will not never garner a love for things that we have garnered, okay? They need that part of the journey to craft the love that they need to get. If they always just microwave everything, they will never gain a love for everything, and everything will be very, very disposable. Hearts, bodies, and minds and souls are not disposable. They are not PPE equipment. Okay? We have a generation, and Tupac said it. Kendrick has touched on it. A lot of artists have touched on it. Whitney has touched on it. They are supposed to be our future, not our downfall. So we need to really check ourselves off of this microwave culture, this I want it now, this immediate immediate rewards. Your kids are watching you when you skip the journey because you want this and you want that and you want it fast. And they're watching your temperament and they're seeing your herky jerky movements and they're seeing how you don't have patience and they're seeing how you don't spend time. That is part of the crafting of the journey. That is the part that you fall in love with, not the result. The result is just a moment in time, because guess what? It's a temporary high. It comes down. So if you're based on just results, imagine the damage that you're doing when you're skipping the journey. This is what happened to music. They got into this AI streaming thing, and this one guy got this one glitch and he got to the money, but he messed up the journey for all of the human artists. Because why are AI artists getting contracts? That's not good. And for a time, yes, the crooks will benefit from not having to go through an artist, but then eventually the artist won't go through the crooks. So you see how things will eventually collapse in on themselves if we don't put a check to that balance, okay? So back to the basics, we must go. All right, judgment has been called the moon. Highly intuitive message that was. All right, take the head off. When I have the sorting hat off, when I have it on, I go a bit deep. I actually go way deeper into the constellation that I want to go into, partly because I don't think my constituents are quite ready to go down there. So I think we're going to wait. And thank you for our new likes and our shares and our new subs. Congratulations. Woo! I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you're part of our healing journey, and we're going, okay? The fact that you're here means that you love being awake and you love that the fact that you don't see things the way that you used to. We got a 3, so we're going to start in Aries. Okay, so yeah, it is, yeah, Aries. Okay, so yeah, so definitely this is part of the journey. It's part of the journey because when you can actually see things the way they are, and accept that things aren't the way that you thought they were, it makes it a little easier. Sometimes it's a little harder because you got to make these adjustments and you got to fix your glasses because rose colored they shouldn't be anymore. Okay. So we've got a meeting. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got this. I want to say that's the 5 of cups. Yeah, that's the 5, but it looks like a 6 cup there. Okay, and then we've got the Nine of Pentacles and we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So there's group meetings. There's someone wanting to give an offer to someone. This looks like a very humble person. Then we've got the Nine of Pentacles and we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So there are ideas, opportunities. There's a lot of abundance being distributed. So yes, this is tax season. We know April the 15th approaches very soon. So if you don't have your receipts, you need to get it together. There will be audits this year. Um, Being as though there's been a whole culture of scamming, fraud, all this other kind of stuff, and people doing a lot when it comes to life insurances. There have been a lot of home fraud. There's been a lot of landlords doing a lot of things, false recording, stuff in the contract that shouldn't be there, stuff like that. There are people that are in breach of contract due to a lot of things, and they've gone through a bunch of loopholes. This is what this is. There's a redistributing of wealth going on right now. The wealth is being redistributed. A lot of us don't know that things were not fair, and because we were so distracted with all this politics and food going up and down and gas and who's straight, who's not, who's transgender and who's not, we really haven't paid attention to the fact that the money ain't been right. The money been funny for years. We ain't paid attention that people been taking shortcuts unknowingly and shouldn't been taking the shortcuts that they've been taking, and now we in a big situation where nobody got the money that they supposed to have. Nobody where they supposed to be. And the X culture, the sex culture, the scheming culture, the entertainment culture has done its job perfectly. The coliseums, the stadiums, the you know, the gladiators have done their job very well. And when I say gladiator, I mean the people that work in the stadiums, the stages, the coliseums, the people who work at the entertainment places, the people that work at the concerts. They have done their job and they have done it very well. They have kept us very entertained, very chaotic. We don't know what to wear. Some want to wear shorts, some want to wear skinny jeans, some want to wear bell bottoms, some want to wear a latex outfit with everything showing and everybody knowing. Yeah, the gladiators have done their job. They have definitely distracted the constituents and kept them merry and kept them pouring out and kept them paying taxes to the point where nobody has been doing the books. The books have been cooked like shit. The books have been cooked. My only issue with that is through a lot of trauma, the thing that was supposed to be the saving grace has been distributed in the wrong way. So not only has the money been distributed the wrong way, the powers that be has been distributed the wrong way. We're actually supposed to be damn near upright right now. However, through an agreement that was come upon by certain religious sectors and things of that nature, there was a ritual and a routine done over the years, over the decades, by many of our parents and us alike, not knowing, unknowing, and we have fulfilled that contract for so long unknowingly that this is where we are. So Aries, we got somebody's definitely about is manifesting a great relationship. Here we are, pink table, pink tarot. There's treatment. Someone is about to be in a very healing relationship. This is not a trauma bond, but you guys will heal trauma. You will be able to talk to your partner, and your partner is not going to be playing about you. Once your partner hears what's going on or knows what's going on and knows the things about you, they're going to protect those things about you. And I'm talking about an equal give and a take. So from the woman to the man and the man to the woman, they will come together. They will be able to heal childhood wounds. They will be able to heal abandonment wounds. They will together restore each other's faith in each other and humanity. Because not only will these people be good together, they will be good apart. I don't know if you've ever read The Alchemist. That is a very good read. I suggest you read The Alchemist because this is the discipline in learning to be alone. Learning to be alone is also learning to also appreciate the company of one other. Our thoughts are not meant to take on so many other people's thoughts. However, a lot of us have been so happy to not be alone by ourselves and with our own thoughts that we didn't realize that we were drowning out the blessing that we could have achieved a long time ago, okay? Due to the fact that we've listened to all these people. Everybody wanted to get all the hoes, everybody wanted to get all the dudes, and nobody really wanted to sit down and realize that there was only one person for you in life, one person. This is why you only get one person at a time. Everybody wanted to pervert things and say, oh, we could do this in a group, or we could do that, and we could do polygamy, and we could do that. But the greatest thing is a one-on-one relationship with the Most High. This is why you don't need to have a third party in your relationship. Your mom, your sister, the store, Nordstrom's, the shoes, the hair, the purse, the all that should be able to be left by the wayside. Once you find your significant other, you guys should be everything and nothing to each other at the same time. That is a correct balance there. Because a lot of times we get into a situation thinking that that partner will be there. Well, what happens if your partner, you go out, y'all in love, okay? Y'all in love, ain't nothing going on, nobody cheating, right? Something happens, freak accident happens, car goes by, boom, kills your lover. It is a sin to commit suicide, so what will you do? You have to live on, right? Love did not die just because the person that you loved at the time died. See, you have to be able to give and take at the same time. And this is why a selfish person never really perseveres. You have to be able to give and take at the same time. You also have to be able to retain and let go at the same time. A lot of us put our hands on stuff and we hold them so tight because we don't want other people to have it, or we don't want to give up what we had once we touched it. And that's one good selling point. A lot of people, when they're selling you stuff, they like to give it to you and then they take it back. Because once you've touched it, now you're like, oh, I got to touch it again. I want it. Or you're thinking, I don't want this person to think I can't afford it. Or, you know what I'm saying? So then now this person has stolen your thoughts. You don't even know that that small movement has definitely put you in your mind. It's very subtle. It's very subtle. Oh, put this in their hand. Let them feel the nice, luxurious thing of it. Hurry up, take it back. And then put it behind me so that temptation is ever before them, but just a little bit out of their reach. And I position myself in a way in which I navigate your temptation. So now I have a steering wheel in your back because you want this thing, don't you? Don't you? And me, I know I made it with cheap parts, but because I let you feel the good part of it, you are under my illusion. I'm being funny right now, but it's definitely how it happens, okay? So, by way of letting you touch things or be in grasp of things or let you see things or be in close proximity and then snatch it away, they've now breadcrumbed you and now you're sucked into the vortex of I'm about to pimp your feelings. I'm about to pimp your life. I'm about to pimp my ride off your feelings. And this is how the energy siphon happens. They get you into a position of vulnerability and questioning yourself and wanting to get approval or wanting to get access. And then that's when the games are played and laid down. Okay. So when you get into this relationship, this ain't going to be that type of relationship because both of y'all going to be able to do the thing or not. This does not mean that you guys do not love each other. You guys are in definite understanding of each other. You guys do know that you love each other. You both are going to take care of each other, but you also are very based in reality. You know that you can't get comfortable. You know you can't take things for granted. You can't take your partner for granted. You can't take a moment for granted. You can't take the last meal for granted. You can't take the next. You can't take anything for granted. You're prepared to lose and you're prepared to win at the same time. And this is the balance you have to find yourself in. You do. It's a hard balance. I'll say this, but it is a balance that can be found. Okay. So once you get into this relationship, Aries or Aries, sun, moon, rising, excuse me, once you get into the situation, okay, we got to keep it moving. Yeah. This is going to heal your foundations. You may or may not want to go back around your family because we all know what family we got. We all know what friends we got. We all know what people we've been around. You may want to cut these people off completely. You may not, you know what, you might want to move to another city, state, or wherever. But this relationship will be healing and it will manifest all the things that you want in your life. It will be true wish fulfillment. So we have the energy of Gemini, then we've got the 5, which is Taurus. No, this is the 4 of Wands. Emperor like stuff. Okay, but this is the 4 of Wands, and then we've got the Magician here. So definitely a great manifestation. Congratulations to the Aries or the in the Aries season, because I said Aries season. Somebody's definitely going to get proposed to. There is definitely a proposal going forward, and congratulations on the new baby, the new matrimony, and condolences if you have any lost ones. All right, this is for Aries season. Let's go. Let's go, Taurus. Let's go. Oh boy. You want a lot today, Taurus. It's something about you, Taurus, that you want a lot. 9 of Pentacles backwards. Ace of Pentacles. You got the blah, 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 blah. No, I'm not messing with that. And Hierophant is Taurus. So there is a Taurus or a group that is heartbroken right now. Someone is not okay. There's a heart fog. There's anxiety around this situation. There's a Hierophant group. So I don't know if this is a court situation. Definitely authority. Somebody's supposed to run something. This is some type of institution. Things are not okay with this institution. There will be no give and take. Somebody had a great idea and it lost the money. So somebody is in a money loss situation. This is a Taurus, sun, moon, rising, Cancer, Taurus, sun, moon, rising, Cancer, Gemini, Virgo. Yeah. I don't know if this was a group or institution or a business. Maybe it was a business matter or a business decision. But there are a lot of people of high honor not in a, they're not okay. Some type of decision or situation did not go right. And the pentacles are about to be lost. Someone is about to lose pentacles. Someone needs to travel and someone needs to pay attention to the money. Someone needs to pay attention. Someone needs to follow where the money went. And someone also needs to pay attention to their finances. That is for Taurus. Judgment. Gemini, pull up. Let's go. Something told me to keep my heart to myself this morning. Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups. Damn, y'all fell out like that. All right, so there's a Queen of Cups that's keeping our mind on our, keeping our eyes on our own paper. There's an idea, and there's somebody with an idea, vision of grandeur. So if you're a Gemini in the North Node, keep your eyes on your own paper. There will be your wishes will be coming true. Keep going. Keep pushing. Do not give up. Go toward the treasure. All right. Someone's gonna be heartbroken. They've been up all night. Someone is not getting any sleep. I don't know if they're 39 or they're 40. Someone's birthday just passed or is about to. Up all night, can't sleep. I don't know. Roll over, find a soft spot. Good night. All right. So that was Gemini. Let's keep it going to Cancer. Let's keep it going to Cancer. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Mm-hmm. I might have could have been an auctioneer. 39, 39, 39 is what I'm seeing. 39, I've been seeing it for a minute, so it's good. Somebody's 39. Somebody's 39, maybe that's fine. The Fool and Strength. So somebody actually has to be strong while they take a chance and they have to take a leap of faith. I don't know who this is. Might not, I don't know what sign this is. This is all in between. So this is in betwixt. So somebody's going to do it and it's going to be a very big surprise. They're doing it in betwixt, which means in between the scheme of things. So somebody's doing it in betwixt, and I'm in between Cancer and Gemini and Cancer. So there's a lot of feelings about this in between thing. Somebody needs to be very strong. Hold on, change is coming while you take this leap of faith. This is in betwixt, so this isn't just for any sign. This is for whatever sign this resonates with. Cancer, step up. Come on. These cards, so flexible. The Wheel of Fortune, the wheel is changing. The Devil's here. The world, okay, the world. So this is not a small reading. This is a big reading, but it's a general reading nonetheless. This is Cancer on a timestamp, 104/5/24. Happy birthday to me, 29. Someone has a 10 years difference. There's a 10 years difference in between someone's relationship. Be mindful of that. 10 years is the max. 10 years should be the max in the years of the relationship because the culture changed, the timeline has changed, and the karma is definitely changed from one generation to the next. So I do not suggest you date anybody outside of the 10 years. The perfect amount of time between a person from an age gap. If the age has to be gapped at all, 10 years should be the max. Up or down, 10 years should be the max. Wheel of Fortune, the Devil, the world. Okay. The Devil, when you see the Devil, have you seen the Devil card? Okay, I'm going to show you the Devil card because I need you to know about the Devil card. When I'm looking at the Devil card, I see M, right? Which I see marriage. The Devil used marriage, matrimony is his best weapon. He likes that because now that you've gotten a contract with somebody and you actually told the Lord that you wasn't going to do it, he needs you to do it a lot faster. He needs to F you up because not only did you go to the man who put him out, you told the man who put him out that you was going to ignore him. So he be damned if you're going to ignore him. So he's going to shoot people into your relationship the minute you say marriage. The minute you say marriage, you have put a target on your back because you actually went before the Lord and before a whole bunch of people and said y'all was going to ignore the devil. So you know he got to show up like, like, hey, you said you was going to ignore who? Me? Eat the cake, anime. Eat the cake. So you got to be very, very careful because he can tear up your friendship. He had already been running rampant through your family because anytime somebody thought that they was going to get married, the minute they got married, he jumped on the child. He jumped on everybody. You see what I'm saying? So the minute marriage comes up, it's a whole legion of demons about to come out because y'all had the nerve to go into a whole live contract and say that y'all was about to ignore me. And that's how one of y'all third parties is. Some of y'all got something wrong with y'all that y'all like to be the third party in people's relationships. Is you okay? How does a selfish person sign up to share some shit that ain't supposed to be shown? You all right? Self-esteem needs to be redefined for a lot of people. Frontal lobes need to be checked and evaluated. But if you're selfish, why is you sharing? That don't make sense. How is you bougie, but you scheduled to be trifling? Make it make sense. How are you of how value when I can always find you on the bottom shelf? Make it make sense. All right, back to Cancer. Make it make sense. All right. So you see this here. I'm going to show it to you. We both know it. It's the 15. It's the 15. It's represented by Capricorn, right? And in hibernation time, which is Capricorn, we're usually supposed to be in hibernation in the December part, right? And that's Capricorn, right? That's 15, right? Which is the 6, which is equal give and take with the universe. So we all heard about the story that be told, like, when you born, God and the devil sit at the table and he be like, look, that's mine. I'm going to show you that that's mine. And he already chasing you all through your life. And God already said, that's mine. I'm going to show you that's mine. But when you get to that merge and when it get to that, when that possibility of him actually seeing you go before a whole group of people and say, we agree. Because not only do you, and this is why you be careful who you invite into these damn weddings, okay? Because when you got a person in there who don't agree, and this is why they ask, I'm gonna need y'all to start putting the people out that don't agree. The minute they stand up, the minute they look like they muscle jump, have someone in the damn crowd walk up. You need some real ushers. You see, this is what ushers was for. The real ushers. They would catch you. The real back in the real church, you couldn't chew no gum. You couldn't drop no nothing. You couldn't fall asleep. You couldn't even be slow to turn your Bible to the page. The real ushers would catch you and escort you out the door. So get a real usher up in that place that you consecrated for your marriage, because make sure you bless the place when you gone into where you going to, and realize that the devil is going to be there and he's going to be in attendance because he has to see whether your ass did it or not, so that they can devise a plan to break it up. So he's going to send monitoring spirits. It don't matter. It can be your great aunt that's 92. She on her last damn breath. But as long as she was there, she was a witness by the devil. Sometimes that old one, she lived because sometimes evil is hard to die. Sometimes she only lived to lay eyes on what you got going on. So pay attention. Especially if you little hot pocket. Now, anyway, pay attention. Once you go in front that crowd and you announce that we trying to escape the devil, make sure you're not escaping the devil with the devil. 6'9", I see 6'9", using cancer, using 69 God, 69 God, yeah, 69 God, 69 God, yeah, I see you do fraud, see you do a scam, see I need a new, oh, hold up, see I need a new car. Oh shit, somebody boyfriend bought them a new car. You don't know that that's their boyfriend. That's my brother. That's my homie. Somebody boyfriend gave them the money to buy a new house or a new car or whatever, and he's definitely stunting on the block for the girls, and the girls is loving it. The girls don't know that the boyfriend is the bankroll. Well, damn, I just told somebody business. Anyway, Wheel of Fortune. There's a Cancer that's got a boyfriend, and the boyfriend is the bankroll, and the boyfriend is the reason why he's sexy. And by way, the reason why he looks that good is because the devil definitely backs him, because by way of him, that's how the devil eats a lot of souls. He is there to deliver your soul to the door of Sheol. I'm trying to tell you, be careful. He might seem nice. She might seem nice. They might be good in bed. They might look extra good. But the fact that they always got to go, the always that they breadcrumbing, the fact that they always on the phone, the fact that they always around chaos. They cannot not be around the fun. They can't do boring. Boring makes them antsy. You mean you actually do this? Like, they can't do it, okay? They gotta be the life of the party, because if they should slow down, you will find out that they are not who you think they are. So be careful who you take into that damn altar too, because that might be the damn devil. See, he can play any part. He can play any part. He can be in you at times and you don't even know it. So pay attention to your thoughts and the words that are coming out of your mouth, because for a moment, he might be able to influence you. He might jump in at that minute of fear. See, this is why you have to be very careful of getting cold feet and being doubtful, because in that moment of doubt, this is when he has definitely infiltrated your mind. I'm mad I read that. Like, what the hell? What The deuce 69 is a Cancer. It's a Cancer, and I'm still in Cancer's reading. So the wheel of fortune is changing, the devil is changing, the world is changing, and everybody's changing toward this thing called marriage, this thing called matrimony. Everybody is changing because they're now seeing the error in some of the contracts in which they've gone into. And it's not all just marriage, it's by way of what the marriage brought into. Sometimes it brought you some in-laws, sometimes it brought you some cousins, sometimes it brought you some kids, sometimes it just brought you networks and connections, or a church home, or a synagogue, or it brought you a support group that your ass didn't really need. It just brought a bunch of chaos and a bunch of people who looked like they were supporting you and really they was just in your business, siphoning your energy, taking your stuff, asking you for rides, wanting to stay over, needing a snack, needing an ear to talk to when you really just wanted to go to sleep and go mind your own damn business, and you had some things to do, but you couldn't get them done because this person won't get out of your face. Or they always seem to come by when you got papers on the damn table. And you notice you always got to go to the bathroom when you got papers on the table when they around. Yeah, it's because the devil trying to let them be all in your business so that they can go try to do something to you. They looking at all your papers. Please put your paperwork and stuff away when people are over. You have no idea. Some people be bored. Maybe the malicious one wasn't the one that visited you, but by the time that they tell your information to somebody who is malicious, it then change you to a whole nother animal. This ain't what you want. Mm-mm. All right, so Cancer, we got the world views changing, we've got the wheel of fortune changing. So if anyone was in the down, they're probably going to be up, and anyone that's probably up, they're probably going to be looking down now because guess who's back? So the world is here. I gotta put her tatas away. She is here and she is ready to do her thing. Okay, so yeah, new world is being escorted in, new age is being, there's a new way to do a lot of things, and they don't also always have to be to the detriment of others. All right, step up, step up, step up, because it's on. All right, Leo. All right, Leo, baby, 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 baby. Who knows Smokey Robinson? Oh boy, Smokey Robinson got a tale of unrequited love, and the fact that he had to watch this beautiful, beautiful woman get old without him is real love. The reason why I'm gonna tell y'all business, because I'm gonna tell it. The reason why Diana Ross is wonderful and beautiful and single is because of that funny looking ass Barry Gordy. I'm gonna say what I want to say because guess what? I ain't got no damn record deal, so I don't owe you ass shit. Um, Funny ass looking Barry Gordy is the reason why that beautiful couple, Smokey Robinson and Diana Ross, are not together. Those two beautiful people could not be together because of Barry Gordy and a business agreement. Um, that's how the devil played with you. See, those people were supposed to be together. They were destined to be together, but by way of Barry Gordy and a contract and the devil, they were not able to be together because he would have definitely tore up the whole music industry had they come together, because he felt like he loved Diana more than Smokey loved Diana. However, I believe that Diana did love him, but because she loved Smokey and she knew how desperate and dangerous Barry would get if he did not have his way, she did what she thought was best for Smokey. She let it go. And this is how the devil will play with you in your relationship. He will test you all. He will put you through the brink of things in order to break you. You have to find a way to be resilient and to push on. I pray nobody goes through what Barry put that couple through. I still see Cancer. I still see Cancer, and I'm in Leo. So this is a very spirited, passionate pursuit. Crimes of passion get done for less passion. This type of passion is dangerous and critical. Someone needs to back down. Get a fire extinguisher. Are you 49? Are you bordering on 50? You are definitely on your way. Maybe you're 47, 48. This is what I'm getting, 48 to 50. Someone is definitely in a very, very high stakes position. And it's all because of love. Unrequited love and true love is putting a person in a very tight spot. And it is unfair. Love is not supposed to be this detrimental. See, sometimes the devil wants to break love because he feels as though he's never had it. You know, the devil has abandonment issues. You know, God was his father, and his father chastised him and put him out because you know what? He had the nerve. He had the nerve to tear up the damn place. He went about and he started telling people a bunch of lies about God, and then he got put out because he was turning the angels against him. So, yes, you have to go if you are disturbing the house. Take what resonates. This is Leo reading. You have to go if you are disturbing the house. I don't know what else to say to you. But this is definitely heartbreaking to someone. It's heart-wrenching. This is stagnating to the Queen of Pentacles. This is Leo. Maybe it's a Leo woman. Moon, sun, rising. Someone is being stagnated by someone's unrequited love. I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but this is dangerous. This can bring about crimes of passion. Someone can get hurt, okay? And this is only devil work. This is how the devil uses love to bring down people. This is how he breaks hearts. You know how many hearts will get broken? Whoever this person's family is, whoever the other person's family is, if there are kids involved, people will be hurt because of this type of love. This is toxic. This is toxic. Crimes of passion come out of these types of ingredients. The stagnation, someone is holding someone's heart hostage. Someone is hurt because they're being held hostage. Someone is hurt because they're holding someone hostage. Everybody's getting hurt because of this toxic love. Everybody. The fallout is you don't know the collateral damage when someone is in a hurtful toxic relationship. We see crimes of passion on YouTube and all these different social media platforms every day on the news. Let it go. It's not healthy to be like that. Parents, kids, everybody suffers when things get that unreasonable, okay? All right, so let's go on to Virgo. Let's go over to Virgo. We started off in Aries. We're going to end in Pisces. All right. But I got the Queen of Pentacles. I've got this Hangman back again, and I shuffled really good. And I'm going to take them. And now we got the Hierophant. So the Queen of Pentacles is stagnating the business. So it's a female or a male or a feminine male, something like that. Take what resonates. They holding up the business. They holding up the group. They holding up whatever's supposed to be taking place, the institution, the authority, the decision. They're the reasons why things are being held up. Take what resonates. Queen of Pentacles, the Hangman, the Hierophant. This is what I got. So I don't know. This is and that was just Leo. So this is definitely Virgo. So there's somebody really being controlling, somebody being very, very, very controlling. They being very miserable. They trying to hold up everything. They trying to control everything, and everything is not going nowhere unless this person gets out the way. This is all I can say about that, and that's in Virgo. Somebody's very stubborn and they're not moving and they're fixated, and that's not a good way to be. That's toxic. That is a lot of toxic energy. I got no good feelings from that. Now we got the High Priestess out. We got sneakiness. Somebody is sneaking around. Someone is stealing. Someone is being very, 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 very dishonest. And this is the Seven of Swords. High Priestess. The priestess knows. I don't know if you know, but the priestess knows someone is stealing, someone knows someone is being dishonest, someone knows that somebody is a cad, someone is a clown, someone is a thief. BJ, somebody stealing some head. I'm sorry, but I see BJ, I see blowjob. So somebody actually goes and sneaks around to go and get head. Somebody is sneaking to go get head in the car or wherever they sneaking off to. Somebody sneaks off to go get oral sex. Or it was something about someone sneaking off to get some oral sex. I'm not lying to you. I see it in these two cards. Look, BJ, high priestess, give me some head, stealing it. Somebody don't want nobody to know about a actual favor that happened. You don't want nobody to know you got some sloppy top. Who was it by? Oh, whoever it was that was doing what they wasn't supposed to be together. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. um, damn. Don't kiss nobody in the mouth. Oh shit. Yeah, oral hygiene is a must. I don't know. You know, pay attention. You know, if a person want to kiss you in the mouth and you smell something, this person is betraying you. And not only that, you in a polyamorous relationship, whether you know it or not. And whether you ever show up in the bedroom at the same time with this other person, when this person come home and kiss you, they ain't wiped nothing, they ain't washed nothing, and they hit y'all having a threesome. That's nasty. Ew. Ew. That was in between. That was in between. Oh my gosh, I'm waving my mouth. Oh God, no. Ah! I cannot see it. Ah! Ah! Oh God. Okay, so let's just tuck that one on the back. You know what's dumb? Asking a dumb question and then following up with an even dumber question. You go to sleep. But yeah, somebody hiding some head. Who did it? Who was it? This came between Virgo and Leo. This came between Virgo and Leo. Justice, the scales. Damn. Ooh. It wasn't who you thought it was. That's why you don't want nobody to know. OT. 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 Libra. She was trapped in the closet. Ooh. All right. So the Ace of Pentacles, right? And then the visions are granted. You are right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Somebody needs some murk. My amethyst just fell, right? My geode, my rock. You see my geode? It just fell. So It's the rock in here. Oh, damn. For entertainment purposes only. It was some old industry shit. So somebody got caught up with an industry transgender or something like that. That was the head. It's supposed to be a secret. I'm sorry. All right. Somebody's bonded by this decision. I'm so sorry. I'm laughing. It's not funny. It's funny though because I'm nervous. Okay, I'm laughing because I'm nervous. Okay, so somebody has the grand idea, the vision of grandeur, and the illusions of grandeur, but they're binded by their decisions. This is Libra. Okay, you were binded by your decisions. I don't know if you were that person that got into that sketchy situation. I don't know if you were a rider, a driver, you were delivering someone somewhere. I'm trying to tell you, all I see is a rear view mirror, somebody peeking, somebody saying, let's do it. And then they hook up and then they realize at the end that was a very bad decision. This is why it's not good to be impulsive. And it's damn sure not good to be horny every goddamn where. If you can't do something, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, baby. Maybe you need to like surrender yourself to some birth or to some birth control or something to control your carnal nature because I mean, you're doing stuff that you regret, that you want to take to the grave. Not something you done gave somebody an actual key to put in your back. I don't know if you noticed that, but this is how a lot of people end up in bad situations. They go and they do things impulsively, not connecting that the fact that once you do this, you have now put this person in a position to have information over you that you might not want out. And your reaction to finding out, bam, the sun, elimination, up. Well, you're being exposed. Someone is about to expose someone. This is Libra. Take what resonates, sun, moon, rising. The visions of grandeur and whatever they wanted to do, whatever it is, whatever they're trying to get to is binding them. Whatever they're trying to use to get riches, their way of making money and their decisions have definitely put them in this position. Maybe this is sexual harassment. Um Somebody might get accused of rape if this situation gets exposed because someone does not want someone to know, or someone wants to feel like they were threatened, or somebody was coerced to do it even though it was a voluntary thing. Someone's going to paint this as something else. I'm so sorry. Someone's going to try to paint this as something else. You're warned. That's it. Excuse me, that was Libra. That was excuse me, that was a belch for real. 5:51 on the clock. Somebody born in 79. Excuse me. A lot of belches. I was dead on about that. You boy. All right, we're out of Libra and we're going right on over to Scorpio. Okay, the passionate ones. Hey, baby, I put on my red lips for you. Have you noticed that? All right, so let's get Knight of Swords. Okay, come through, boo boo. Justice, boo boo. King of Cups, boo boo. All right, boo boo. All right, justice. Everything's going back on the even kill. So somebody's got a choice here, Scorpio. You'll be having a choice in love all the time, Scorpio. I love that. Knight of Swords. So you've got a choice between take what resonates, even if it's masculine or feminine. Someone's got a really exciting person coming into their life. The Knight of Swords is the one that is the brokest, but they have a lot of get up and go in them. They're not lazy per se, but they can be a bit impulsive. They can be a bit brazen. So if you're not ready to always have the referee situation, you might not want to pick this Knight of Swords. Take what resonates. It could be a masculine, it could be a feminine. Sometimes if you run into a masculine type feminine who always like ready to go, that might be something that you like in your life. But some people, they don't need that much excitement, so they like to be with the King of Cups, be it masculine or feminine. This is the Knight of Swords that you might pick, and this is the King of Cups that you might pick, and be it masculine or feminine. Now, if this is a masculine, he's calm, he's cool, he's in his bag. He really don't have to say much, and you might not know what he got going on, but just know he's got a watchful eye over everything, and he can hold down the whole entire kingdom. He can hold down your kingdom and his kingdom. He's only got to watch and see so that he can make decisions. If you mess with this Knight of Wands, just know that they're going to always be in your business, going to always show up, going to always be on your shoulder, going to always be like, where they at? They always gonna be ready. I see a Cancer's in here again. All right, so Just know that if you get with this, there's not going to be a really, it's not going to be, that was really sick and nasty. Ew. Anyway, so the Knight of Swords is going to be somebody who's, spontaneous, exciting, and everything. But I don't know if you like all that rah rah. And this is going to be a karma love, and this is the justice for you because you might have been through some things, and you might had a dry season, or you didn't have nobody in your face or not. Now you're going to have a decision, and you have to use your discernment, whether it is a masculine or a feminine. If it's a feminine woman that's a king of cups, she's going to be calm, cool, collected. She's so feminine that she's just really allowed to relax like a dude because she pays her own bills. She does everything. She's relaxing. So really, are you coming? What are you coming with? You have to come with something, especially if you have a feminine that is the king of cups, because hey, this is how she keeps her cups full is by not inviting any chaos or any deficits into our life. So if you're not coming in with your own things and to add to the kingdom, she just going to be sitting there looking at you like a dude. All right. So take what resonates, masculine or feminine, and if you do have a a masculine that is the king of cups, around. I like his seat. All right. And this is justice for you because you deserve it. Someone deserves to have choices. And they also deserve to be able to, not saying that the one that's, a little spontaneous ain't a good person, but some people don't like all that hoopla. Some people just like a nice calm evening sometimes. So pick what you want. Scorpio, sun, moon, rising. Scorpio energy, definitely, because they are very passionate and fiery, although they are water signs, so there are emotions there. And yeah, they do like a little bit of kinky stuff. Okay. So definitely Scorpio season, Scorpio sun, moon, rising takes what resonates. If this is you, definitely Aries season is here, and I definitely think love is coming. You might have some really good prospects coming up. So choose wisely, okay? And that's for you, Scorpio. Let's get over to Sagittarius and let's wrap this up very, very soon because 555 is on the clock. All right, Scorpio. We got Scorpio out of here. So now Sagittarius. I'm in love with the Sagittarius. We love the Archer because they're straight and true most times. Now, if you run into a Sagittarius on a south note, they're going to be straight and true, but what they're going to be is impulsive and they're going to be unreasonable. They're going to be emotional and they are very prone to crimes of passion. They don't really understand until the hormones calm down and all the smoke is cleared away and they're sitting in the damn room holding the murder weapon. Shit. But one thing they will do is come up with a lie and come up with a bunch of excuses as to why they did it. And they're going to hope that they can pull on your emotional strings enough so that you don't see that they're kind of sociopathic. Given Jeffrey Dahmer. So, depending on the Sagittarius that you come across, they can be very good business partners. They're willing to take some chances. They're very impulsive like that. But also, if you come across the wrong Sagittarius, they might unalive you and leave you in a room and leave you until you smell bad. Sorry. Crimes of passion. They do have arrows, though. Suddenly, they do shoot. I don't know anybody who doesn't just do that type of thing suddenly because they're trying to catch you off guard. Pay attention to the Sagittarius in your life. And don't eat that fucking spaghetti. All right. That was Sagittarius. Let's go on over here to Capricorn, where it's safe and stoic. you can usually hear when they grit their teeth. Queen of Wands. We've got the Five of Pentacles upside down, so somebody might be kind of warm. They might have gotten you a blanket. Queen of Wands in Capricorn. So take what resonates, man or woman, Capricorn, Queen of Wands, sitting very, very nurturing, resetting themselves, not out in the cold, actually chilling and moving on to calmer water. So this for you, Capricorn. If this is you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this is obsession devil energy, usually the 15, but I don't get that here with this Capricorn. This Capricorn is cool as a clam. And they're moving on to calmer waters. They don't want no smoke. They don't need no jokes. They're done. So we've got a great calm Capricorn here who's just sitting on their throne and they don't really want to be bothered and they just want to be left alone and they want to move on to calmer water. So we have a Capricorn ascending here who's definitely done with the toxic lifestyle. They're done with everything. They're leaving everything. They're leaving their old lifestyle. They're leaving their old friends out in the cold because they did help a lot of people who did nothing for them. They basically kept a lot of people around just for the sake of having people around. They didn't do much for them at all. Actually, they did more for those people. So congratulations, you had some energy leaks. Congratulations on the Capricorn who has now restored their life and decided to cut off those people. Ain't nothing to cut off. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to cut people off, and this is the mental clarity you needed to make this decision. This is a confirmation, definitely. This is Aries season. Good morning. That's my Capricorn. That's my Capricorn. Good morning. So definitely mental clarity. We got mental clarity and definitely Pentacles. So some groups are definitely recalibrating and they are talking about it. You have definitely escaped with your Pentacles. Congratulations to the Capricorn who has definitely cleared off their clearance rack, dropped it off, put it in a dumpster, broke it down, didn't even want it recycled, made sure every piece was broke apart because don't nobody need that trash and it will not be treasure. Do not go towards the treasure. Oh, brother, where art thou? Somebody born in 79? 79. It's the second time. Cancer. You a 69 God? 69 God. You a 69 God? You wish you was a Gemini, but you just a Cancer. Ace of Cups is mental clarity. I'm Aries birthday. Blah, 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 blah. Ooh, fertility. You are Ishtar. Fertility. Fertility king. But it hasn't happened again in a while. You had a bunch of kids. You fertile. All right, here we go, Aquarius. Wheel of Fortune is out for you. I remember seeing this. The Wheel of Fortune is stagnated because of the Queen of Pentacles. Why this bitch won't leave you alone? What did you do? Did you fuck her good? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say it, but I did. All right, so somebody's being held up by a Queen of Pentacles, and it doesn't always have to be a woman. It can be a man. Sometimes you put that 360 swirl. Somebody might be knocking up, but some people can't get over it. Somebody has turned some gay man straight. Somebody has made this bi woman digmatized. Okay, so somebody's where your fortune is being a little bit stagnated, may not be blocked all right, but somebody's trying to create a blockage because they don't want you to move on. They do not want your wheel to turn because they're watching the Pentacles. Somebody is chasing you for survival. Not so much as they like you, it's just that when you're around, you make things so much better. Okay, like when you're around, they can get a new job. When you're around, they can get a new friend. When you're around, they can probably have sex with some of your friends behind your back and get a couple dollars. This person needs you around because you make like look great. You make them look like people can mess with them, like they're fuckwittable or something, okay? When you're around, you make them look like they have value. And if you leave, they won't. So there's somebody who's chasing you and in high pursuance of you because they're a piece of shit and they need you to look less likely. You're basically the disguise. Who wants to be the master of disguise? Turtle. That is a good movie. Pay attention. That movie was telling a lot about validation, about being believed, about being supported and all that stuff. So definitely The Master of Disguise is a good movie for you to watch. It's funny, it's corny, but it has a big it's a big thing, and it has a stepdad in it. Who likes that? He's a successful stepdad, even though she tried to shit on him. But no, he got shit on by the other person. Watch the movie. The nice guy won, and it's not that he was nice; it's just that he was so valuable that people wouldn't value him, which is crazy. Somebody needs to know this. Sometimes you're too valuable and people don't want to value you, because if they should ever show you that you were valuable, then they lose access to you. And check your friends, dude. Check your friends. Oh boy. What? June 11th? Somebody's born June 11th? That's a crazy Gemini if I've ever heard one in my damn life. All right. So we're in Pisces now. We're in Pisces now and we're bringing it to an end. This is the song that doesn't end. 7-Eleven. Somebody's open all night long. This is goes on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was. Don't invite this bitch to your wedding. I'm so sorry. We're in Pisces, right? Okay. Boom. Boom. What I tell you about the devil? Opportunities. All right. Somebody's going to have a whole stroll at y'all wedding, okay? Somebody's going to either have a whole stroll at y'all wedding or at a damn funeral. The devil is looking to steal this matrimony, this man or this woman. The devil is about to either look to steal this man or the woman, or the devil is looking to create opportunities within your marriage. So pay attention. Some people you do not want to invite to your wedding. Some people don't even need to be invited to the funeral. Or some people just don't need to know who your partner is. Some people don't need to know who your extra family is. Some people you just don't need to mix certain family members together. You don't need to mix certain family friends together. You don't need to invite everybody over to the cookout. You don't need to let people from work come over your house. You just need to not mix something, because the devil is trying to enter your space. He's trying to get into your contracts. He's trying to get into something. So right now, I'm going to tell you right now, he's prevalent. Tax money is being distributed right now. People trying to get their BBLs, people trying to get a new car, people trying to get new houses, people leases up, things of that nature. The devil is trying to enter into your contracts right now, and there are plenty of opportunities. I'm trying to tell you, through tax season, anybody look rich. Trying to tell you, pay attention. He's going to put somebody in your life. Either that person is going to be the direct attacker, or that's just your handler. They got a bunch of demonic people around them, and they are not smart enough to cut them people off. They don't know that they are the reason why shit is about to go down in the neighborhood. Pay attention to your contracts. Somebody is trying to get close to somebody to either sneak them, steal them, kill them, hurt them, harm them, put them in a situation. Somebody's probably going to baby trap you. Somebody probably give you an STD. If we both sick, then you can't leave. Type of nasty shit like that. You better ask for the my chart, or you better have your own condom or 2 condoms, or just be prepared to walk away. All I know is that somebody is being set up. There is opportunities. There's plenty of opportunities for good relationships, but you also need to be able to know that there are also opportunities that's going to arise where the devil is going to tempt you and try you, either you or your partner, by way of scarce, lacks, or a gift can be given, a hexed gift, a cursed gift, a gift that keep on giving you issues in your damn house. Pay attention. Don't forget your spiritual protection. Don't forget to pray. Don't forget to use discernment. Don't forget to be thrown away. Don't be so quick to take everything. Don't be so damn thirsty. All right. Stop going over everybody's house talking about you hungry. Stop talking about every time you go over somebody's house, you got to have something to drink. Stop trying to make people wait on you. That waiter might not like your ass and put a little extra in there. Stop doing that. I do not like when people go to restaurants and they think the bougie thing to do is piss the damn waiter off. No, that is the pauper thing to do, because you have to appreciate people in all acts of service. Because I don't know if you know this, you have been a servicer at a point in time. People are in service. Please remember, the universe is always about equal give and take. What you given, you may have to take. And what you take, you may have to be given, okay? There's an eye for an eye for a reason. Everybody don't turn the other cheek. Some people seek to destroy you. Some people will dig pits for you and hope that you fall in them with a smile. Pay attention. So this was me wrapping up in Pisces. There is a thief around. There's a thief in the perimeter. There's someone that's in your peripheral and they're hoping that they don't see you. They're probably looking good. They're probably looking tight and they're probably acting all right, but that's probably the culprit. Okay, so pay attention. I'm not trying to get you to be paranoid, and I don't want you to just look at everybody as though they are the culprit, but you should know that anybody can be the culprit. All right, this was Nyx, loving you all with my code T 608 on the clock at 100. All right, let's go. Remember, don't come for me because someone is spiraling you. Oh, get away from that. Ooh.